Hi guys, my name is Josh and I'm out taking a mushroom walk. Now, I decided I would make a mask or attempt to make a mask from fungi. During this novel coronavirus outbreak, I thought it would be interesting to discover a novel use for fungi. Excuse me. Fungi have a lot of practical applications outside of the medicinal or culinary uses for mushrooms. There's actual applications based on the structure of fungi. Okay, now I'm not going to get too deep into it, but based on the structure, I believe I can make a mask that is quite efficient at filtering out particulates of small sizes. So we're going to go looking, and shouldn't have to look far because they are everywhere, like right here at my feet. Sorry about the video quality. I'm trying to do some things at once. All right. So mushrooms like to grow on trees like this. They have bark on them still, right? That's where you're going to find the best wood mushrooms. If you're looking for mushrooms and you're looking at trees that have no bark, such as this, you're going to find a lot less mushrooms. Even these branches, you can see the bark is all dried and cracked. That's not the most conducive bark for fruiting fungi. As a matter of fact, that branch here has already been eaten. And this is just the breakout points of expansion, contraction, based on what the fungi is doing as it moves the fluid around. Anyway, regardless of all that, these specific fungi here are cool. I think I'm going to be able to use these. This is you're going to have to forgive me. I can't remember the exact name. It's something hexagonia, and I'm probably butchering the Latin. Anyway, these fungi are really neat to me. Not only do they work well for a fire starting material, but I believe I can make a mask that will be very effective at blocking out fine particulates based on the structure. Let me give you a look. Going over here. If you look at the inside of the material, I'm trying to get it in focus for you guys. Let's see here. Bring it up. You can see the material's pretty fibrous. I can't really get it too close to show you, unfortunately. I apologize. All right, you can see how there's a lot of fibers in here. Well, these fibers are interwoven and they have branches, so they're gonna work real well for what we're gonna do. This one is another bracket fungus that likes to grow on a wood. It is let's see. There we go. All right, this is the Triomedes. Triomedes. Give me a second. Cubensis. Yeah, Triomedes cubensis, I believe. Not to be confused with other cubensis, like P. cubensis. Anyway, or other mushrooms named cubensis. Anyway, I got a handful of these mushrooms, and we're gonna go back and we're gonna see how this works. All right, so soak them, clean them up a little bit. Got warm water. Open them up. Right, this is a good example of how the mushrooms will expand. That little handful of mushrooms, once it's blended up, the material just expands. So there's quite a bit here, relatively small handful. So now that we blended it up, we're gonna take some of the material out because I need to get it just a bit finer. And then we'll go ahead and blend it some more. Okay, so after blending, this is the yield. Material. It's all right, could go a little more. That's good enough. Okay, so I put the blended there. I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of this in there. I'm gonna give it a good stir. Stuff is wild. All right. And it's a thick mixture. It's all right, it'll work. So what I've done is I've gotten a colander, it has holes on the bottom. You could use a bucket, you could use screen, but you gotta have a piece of cloth on top of it. And the reason why is when you put your hand into this mixture, see how it sticks to the hairs? Now I'm gonna try to show you something. It's kind of hard, but here you go. As I try to take it off, you see how it binds to the hairs like that? That's the shape of these individual hairs. It's they're all forked, and it's really hard to see them. You have to use a magnifying glass of some sort. Anyway, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna dump it from the 5-gallon bucket into this colander, or into this other vessel that is big enough for me to put this colander, and we'll raise it out, and we'll have a layer of that material on top, and then we'll do the next process. All right, I dipped it in. Let's see here. And letting it set up. And let it dry in this hot sun for a little bit. And then we'll do the next step. Okay, so here's the material after we pulled it off of the spaghetti strainer. It's nice and dried out. As you can see, the fibers here are quite fine. Let's see if we can get there you go, you can see real fine fibers down there. Anyway, that's what this, pretty much this whole mask material is made out of. Those super fine fibers. Now, I'll take a piece of cloth and make a mask, and this will be the filtration material. And basically use a cloth as a holder, and then we'll test it out. Got it all set up. This is going to be one piece of the material and a front piece of cloth and a back piece of cloth. Go like that. Take care of the smoke and see how it works. Okay, we got our smoke. Get our lung. pushing it through the material. Right. So here's the result. We've got, that's the front of it, going through the filter. Pretty much clean. All right, now we're gonna make the mask. I'm gonna keep the components simple, just like the process of making the filtration material was simple. All we need to make the mask is a piece of wire screen. This is small aluminum screen door screen that has been bent in half and the sharp edge taped. It'll add a little bit, the tape adds a little bit of stability or rigidity to the frame. Our material, of course, and a bandana. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this piece of cloth here, or the piece of the mushroom material, and we're gonna place it just off center, a little bit lower than center. We're gonna take our wire material and we're gonna bend this over it like this. Real simple. I'm gonna take the other end, fold it down, and we're gonna make sure that's all nice and snug up top. All right, next thing we're gonna do is we're going to take the mask, and you could fold it up. That isn't gonna be a problem if you wanted to, like this. I prefer to keep it down, it keeps things lower. And you're gonna place it over the bridge of your nose, like this, press nice and tight, and then you're gonna just simply secure it behind your head like this. And that wire screen helps keep everything nice and snug. Press it good over your face. And you've got a filtration mask. I will admit that it does require a little bit of energy to breathe through. This is a little bit thick. However, if you stay calm and you're just breathing, it would work at a pinch. I'm rather happy with it. The way it's shaped, because it's a circle and it's folded in half, the mushroom material covers all the way below my chin. So my whole face is covered with it. And this metal creates a little bit of a ridge that digs into the skin a little more, and it also, you know, can form and keep it a little bit rigid. It definitely helps. Anyway, I like the way it turned out.